Welcome to this video on locking down and hardening your Gravwell installation. We will cover system hardening best practices in this version 4.0 overview. Our focus is on securing your Gravwell instance using robust system hardening best practices. Gravwell's security philosophy is based on the principle of least privilege, running mostly with an unprivileged account. Crucially, it employs a host-centric defense. Protecting the host OS is the golden rule for protecting Gravwell. A quick hardening checklist includes updating systems and software, disabling unused services, configuring firewall rules, and implementing multi-factor authentication. OS protection is critical and accounts for 90% of security needs. Consult standard Linux audit pages, restrict SSH access, and implement regular OS patch management. Section 1 covers the first 5 minutes, detailing immediate actions to take after installation. The admin account, or UID1, is the default superuser and a target for attackers. Since this account cannot be disabled, you must avoid the default target. Immediately rename UID1 with a unique, non-obvious username and secure it with a strong, high-entropy password. Internally, we label this Sir Change Me to prioritize this action. Mandatory HTTPS and TLS are essential. Without them, login credentials are sent in clear text. Never access Gravwell over the public internet without a valid certificate. Section 2 focuses on authentication and secrets, covering cryptography and infrastructure tokens. Gravwell ensures password security by using bcrypt for all storage with a hash cost of 12. This makes passwords computationally expensive to crack and ensures no plain text is recoverable. We highly recommend enabling multi-factor authentication to neutralize brute force attacks. MFA, using apps like Google Authenticator, makes credential theft effectively useless. Infrastructure secrets include the write-only ingest secret for ingesters and the read-search control secret for the web server. Compromise of the control secret allows searching and viewing sensitive logs. Section 3, File System and Permissions, defines user space boundaries within your installation. The Gravwell account is designed for security. It has no login shell, operates only within /opt/Gravwell without root privileges, and uses group isolation to restrict process power. The file follower is an exception and needs root access to read system logs in /var/log. By default, it runs with the admin group to gain necessary permissions. For a hardened path, avoid using the elevated admin group for the file follower. Instead, configure TCP forwarding with your local syslog and use the unprivileged Gravwell simple relay for tighter security boundaries. Section 4, Linux Capabilities, demonstrates how to avoid root access through granular power assignments. Standard users cannot bind to privileged ports below 1024. We bypass root using the Linux capability cap_net_bind_service, allowing the web server and simple relay to bind to secure ports without root. To sniff raw packets safely, which usually requires full root access, we assign cap_net_raw to the network capture ingester. This grants granular permission for traffic capture without full system control, adhering to the principle of least privilege. Section 5 is about hardening from Gravwell, specifically protecting the host operating system from resource exhaustion caused by the Gravwell application. We recommend implementing control groups and process limits to ensure Gravwell components do not consume excessive CPU, memory, or disk I/O. This is critical for host stability. Setting resource limits prevents a runaway Gravwell process from degrading the host system's performance or availability, thus enhancing overall security and reliability. Section 6 addresses locking down automation and focuses on preventing data exfiltration via scripts and automated processes. Carefully audit and restrict the permissions of any automated scripts that interact with Gravwell data, especially those related to exporting or generating reports, to minimize data leakage risks. Section 7 covers SE Linux contexts, which are essential for enforcing mandatory access controls on the Gravwell installation. Properly configured SE Linux contexts ensure that only authorized processes can access specific files and resources, adding an extra layer of defense against sophisticated attacks. Here is the full hardening checklist again, summarizing the critical actions discussed throughout this video. Thank you for securing your data with Gravwell. For further resources, visit our documentation at docs.gravwell.io and the standard Linux audit pages.